Yep, you read that correct. Ultralight backpacking is not all about the weight. Part 2. In part 1, we discussed function and why that is more important than gear weight. I'll go ahead and link that in the description below. But this video is way more critical than that one because this has to do with gear that I bring on hikes that will ensure my safety and potentially even save my life. And that is way more important than base weight. Let's go ahead and get into the gear. So the first item up on the docket is a satellite communicator. If anybody has seen Dan Becker or Dixie's rescue videos, you know that they used one of these. This is definitely one of the heavier items outside of my big 3, but it's vital to have the ability to call for somebody in an emergency situation. A simple sprain or a fall in the real world is really not that big of a deal, but in the backcountry, it can be a killer. So this always comes with me.
Future Nate Hikes here. Just wanted to clear the air and say Dan Becker actually didn't use a satellite communicator to get rescued. Dixie did, but long story short, they needed help and they got it.
So gear item number 2 is a battery bank. Having the ability to charge my devices, especially my phone, is paramount in the backcountry. Your battery bank should have enough juice to last the entire trip, plus just a little bit more in case of an emergency. I carry 10,000 milliamps at minimum, but I've gone all the way up to 20,000 milliamps before. In general, 10,000 milliamps is really what most people are probably gonna need for most situations on most trips. Whatever you do, when you choose your battery bank, just choose it wisely. This one weighs over 6 ounces, and then the 20,000 milliamp battery bank weighs close to a pound. By having the ability to keep your cell phone charged may be a lifesaver, and that's why I always carry this with me. So next up is a medical kit / repair pouch. It's a combination of both. This has anti-diarrheal, anti-nausea, pain medication, it has repair patches, Lugo tape, an emergency blanket. It has just a slew of items that ensures that I have what I need. And in fact, I have used every item in this pouch except for the emergency blanket. Thank goodness I haven't used that yet. Recently on the last hike actually, I used a bunch of this because I was going to the bathroom way more than I should have been. So I needed to do something to alleviate that. And having the ability to do that in the backcountry, whether you're going too much or whether you're experiencing severe nausea, all that stuff can be very debilitating when you're not around civilization. So take things like that with you so you can take care of yourself and get out of the situation and get proper help. Another item I always bring for safety and for so many other reasons is my cell phone, and I feel kind of like a jackass for bringing this up. There's always that one person that wants to unplug from the world and they decide to do it while they go for their hike, and being in the middle of the woods is not the time to decide to completely unplug your life. This is such a vital tool in so many ways. You can communicate for help, obviously. I don't even need to tell you why this is important to bring with you on a hike. Bringing your cell phone is really just a no-brainer. And next, we need to talk about storing your food properly, which means hanging your food or putting it in a canister, just doing something. I hang my food. Many animals are attracted to the scent of your food or the scent of anything really. So play it safe and just make these items inaccessible, and hanging your food is usually the lightest way to go, and that's why I do it. I think the bear bag hanging kit I have is like 4.5 ounces. Bear canisters are really heavy. There are sacks which are like chew proof or bear resistant or something, but they're just too heavy as far as I'm concerned. So, but play it safe, hang your food, get it away from critters. And now we have a water filter. So filtering your water is obvious, but if you don't do it, you will potentially get sick. Fever, diarrhea, nausea, just a whole slew of stuff you don't want to experience. Just filter your water for safety's sake. Again, it's a no-brainer. This thing weighs like 2 ounces, so just play it safe. So I'm just gonna add up all the weights of these items here. Wow, 1 pound, 13 ounces. Well, that's a lot of gear for safety's sake. Holy crap. So your ultralight challenge is to assemble a kit with items like this for under 10 pounds. Again, because safety is more important than base weight. Thank you for watching, consider subscribing, and if you're enjoying this series of videos, please let me know. I will see you in the backcountry.